In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most familiar and cheerful flowers you'll find in gardens and windowsills literally everywhere, the geranium. But this popular plant is so much more than just a pretty face. It has this really rich history, a case of mistaken identity, and some very surprising uses. We're going to cover its origins, how you can grow your own, what it means in different cultures, and we'll finish up with 5 fast facts that'll make you a geranium expert. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is a geranium really? And we'll tackle that very common case of mistaken identity right off the bat. So this is the classic look, right? It's a branched shrub that can actually grow up to 2 meters high. It's known for these vibrant little clusters of flowers and its really distinct heart-shaped leaves that are surprisingly soft and kind of fuzzy to the touch. Now get ready for this because it's kind of the big secret of the gardening world. Most of the plants that we buy and call geraniums, well, they're technically pelargoniums. They're super close cousins, they look incredibly similar, and for centuries, even expert gardeners have just used the names interchangeably. So how did the geranium even get its name? Well, it all comes down to the shape of its fruit after the flower fades. The Greek word geranos means crane, and if you look at that long, beak-shaped seed pod, it's a perfect match for a crane's bill. Kinda cool, right? Okay, so where did this incredibly popular plant even come from? Its journey from a wild hillside to global stardom is a pretty fascinating story. Believe it or not, this flower has traveled all over the world. Its story begins way back in the subtropical climates of southern Africa. Then, in the 17th century, European explorers brought it back, and it became an instant sensation, not just for its beauty, but also for its uses in traditional medicine. And today, it's one of the most recognizable and beloved garden plants on the entire planet. All right, let's get to the practical part. What does it actually take to keep these beautiful flowers happy and blooming all season long? The best part about geraniums is that they're surprisingly easy to care for. Seriously, just remember 4 things. Give them plenty of sunshine, use light soil that drains well, and, this is important, only water them when the soil feels dry. And here's the pro tip. Regularly pinch off the old, faded flowers. That's called deadheading, and the plant will just reward you with even more blooms. And if you give them that simple care, they can grow into a pretty substantial shrub, sometimes reaching heights of nearly 2 meters. That's pretty tall. And here's some really good news for all you gardeners out there. Geraniums don't have live enemies. They're pretty pest resistant, though you might find a few aphids hanging out from time to time. But that hardiness makes them a fantastic choice for pots and gardens. So how long do they live? Well, a lot of people treat them as annuals. They just toss them out at the end of the season. But they're actually perennials that can live for several years. They're at their absolute best, super lush and just full of flowers for the first 2 or 3 years. After that, they can get a little bit woody and produce fewer blossoms. All right, let's explore the deeper story of the geranium. We're moving from the garden into its fascinating role in culture, and even onto the dinner plate. Did you know the color of the geranium you give as a gift can send a really specific message? A bold red geranium symbolizes protection and strength. White represents peace and new beginnings. And a soft pink geranium? That's the perfect way to show affection and wish someone comfort. Across so many different cultures, this humble flower has come to represent the core qualities of a happy and safe home. It's a symbol of belonging, of steadfastness, and just that warm, comforting feeling of home life. And here's a fantastic surprise. Geraniums aren't just for looking at. Their flowers have this lovely, slightly peppery taste, and you can add them raw to salads. The scented leaves are wonderful for flavoring things like sugars, jellies, and desserts, and you can even brew the fresh leaves into a really fragrant tea. Okay, to wrap things up, here are 5 absolutely fascinating facts to share about this incredible flower. This flower is just full of surprises. For example, in old European folklore, people believed it was a protective charm against snakes. Its essential oil is a huge deal in aromatherapy and skincare today, and there's even this beautiful story from Islamic tradition. It says the flower first bloomed when the Prophet Muhammad laid his shirt to dry. Ultimately, this common flower has a truly uncommon story. So the next time you see one in a garden or a window box, you'll know it's not just a plant. It's a world traveler and a symbol of comfort, history, and resilience. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.